Hi guys, you're welcome to Halogenious Ideas. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can schedule or automate your Python scripts on Linux using Cron as a cron job using cron tabs. So this particular tutorial is for users with access to a Linux terminal. For example, those on the Mac OS and Ubuntu Linux users basically. That's what this tutorial is for. But if you're on Windows, then there's another video that check the channel. There's another video. The link will be in the description below, particularly for Windows using the task scheduler. All right, it is very comprehensive and it works just as this. So, but for Linux users, or if you have access to a Linux terminal, please let's continue. So I'm going to be creating a Python script. Then I'll show you how we can automate it. Okay. So the Python script that we're going to be creating is just one to generate logs for us. So just something to use as a demo. So I can just say I can name my file log generator.py. Then this will be my log generator file. Then the first thing I'm going to be doing is that I will import random. Then I will import date time. No, from date time import date time. Okay. So the next thing I will do is to create a function that will generate the log. So this is the same program I used for the Windows phone. Random, or let me just say num equal to random.randint. So just between 1 comma 1000. Then the next thing I want to do is to generate the timestamp, which is date time dot now, but I need to format it so that strf time. Then I'll pass the pattern in. The pattern I can say percentage dth, which will be for the date itself of of percentage b, which is for the month. Then percentage y, which is for the year. Then I'll bring in a pipe so that I can demarcate between the date and the time. So percentage h, then semicolon colon percentage minutes, then colon again percentage seconds. Okay, so that is it. So this is going to be something like 26th of August, then the year, then you have the hour, the minute, and the second. Then there will be a pipe in between just to demarcate them. Now I can generate my MSG, which is the log message itself. Then I can say this will be a formatted string. Then I'll bring in the timestamp. Then I can do something like the generated number is whatever is the num that I got. Okay, so now I want to create a log file, so I can do something like with open, I can say debug dot log. Okay, now I'm going to be opening this in append mode, and there is something that we must do here. Make sure that there is a new line here, so that after writing this to the file, it will transfer control to the next line. So when next it wants to write, it will just start from the next line. It won't start at the end directly here. So I'm going to be opening this in append mode. The reason I want to open this in append mode is because every time I write to the log file, I don't want to overwrite what is there, what is the existing log. I want to just append to the existing log. I don't want to overwrite the existing log. So as file, then file.write. So file.write the MSG. Okay, and that is all. The last thing I want to do is just to generate the log. Okay, so save this, and I might decide to run this from the terminal, or I can just use this play button over here. So now you can see that as I clicked on this, So this is the path to my Python, and this is the path to this particular file here. So if I should open the log file, you can see it generated a random number 582, and you can see the timestamp over here, 26th of August 2024, then this. So if I should come here and I click on this multiple times, it will generate all the logs multiple times. If you come here, you can see it generated all of them, all the logs, and every time it is giving me a different number. So this is to tell you that this is a valid log generator. And since I'm opening the file in append mode, it will not overwrite what is there initially. It will just append to what is there, and it transfers control to the new line. So this is working for us. And another thing is that instead of running from here, I can just come to the terminal and let me copy this. Copy. I should come here and paste it. It will generate a new log for me. You can see it has generated a new log. So instead of coming here to use the play button over here, okay, if I open this debug for example and I come here and I run it, you see it creates a new log for me. So this is to tell you that I can just copy this and automate this directly. So our log file is working properly now. Let me now show you how we can do the automation itself. So before we continue, I have to make this file executable. So let me clear. For me to make it executable, I can just say chmod. I can just say plus x, then log generator.py. So if I should, you can see that it is displaying this one in green already. And if I should open this folder in terminal, this is the folder containing all these files. So open in terminal. If I should list out what I have there, you can see that it's displaying this one in the green color, shows that it is executable. So now it's about to get interesting. So just pay attention. Now, before we go ahead to automate this particular file, let me show you how the automation works itself before we apply it to the Python script, because you might want to use this to automate anything at all, not just a Python script. So if I have something like date, if I just say date on my terminal, look at what I will have. Okay. Now, what if I want to say date, but instead of printing it to the terminal, I want to echo it to maybe a test.log file. Okay. You can see that when I said date, then echoing everything to a text.log file. If I should open this text.log file, see what it's giving me now. It is giving me the current date time, and it created the file automatically. Okay. So if I should come here and just take note of this. If I should come here and I click on this again, you can see that the seconds have changed. That is to tell you that this is working properly. But instead of echoing it to the test.log file, let me just append it instead. Okay, let me append it. So how do I append it? Just double this thing. So if I should come here and I click enter, you can see it is no longer overwriting what is there. Sure you get. So you can just come. It keeps updating this document with the current date. So let us automate this. Then I will show you how you can apply this automation to the Python script. So for you to create the automation, we are going to be using cron tabs. We will convert this to a cron job using cron tabs. So one thing you should know about cron tabs is that when you are working with cron tabs, you have to make sure that you are using the full path to a file. For example, if I want to do this in cron tabs, it will just take it to the root folder. But for me to get the absolute path for this particular one, I can just say primary working directory. So this is my primary working directory over here. So I can just say dates. Or let me write the command in the text editor so to make it simpler. Copy the whole of this. Copy, then I'll paste this. Okay. So I can just say dates, then append to, and it will work just fine. But I need to bring in the name of the file, test.log, copy, then paste. Okay. So if I should run this will work just fine. This is what cron tabs understands. for it to work properly the way we want. So if I should come here, so take note of this. So Ctrl Shift V, then enter. You can see it is working just fine. But this time I'm using the full path to the file. So this is what we are going to be using in cron tabs. Now, cron tabs, we can schedule this to run every minute or on the 30th minute of every hour, or you can even schedule it to run only on the first of every month at 12 a.m. or something like that. So the possibilities here, they are endless, okay? So before we go on to schedule this, the command for us to schedule, to automate or schedule rather, we are going to be doing something like this. So we are going to be having 5 asterisks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this first asterisk over here stands for every minute, okay? This asterisk over here stands for every minute, while this second one here stands for every hour. This stands for every day of the month. This stands for every month of the year. Then this stands for every day of the week. Alright? This first one over here stands for every minute of the hour. And the possible values, you can use an asterisk, or you can use 0 to 59, which will represent the exact value. For this hour, you can use 0 to 23. For the day of the month, you can use 1 to 31. For the month of the year, 1 to 12. And for the day of the week, 0 to 7. Alright? This is very, very simple. This is very simple. So just follow me. If you want to be executing this every minute, then you can just leave this like this, because basically this is every minute of every hour, of every day of the month, of every month of the year, of every day of the week. Alright? So that is just it basically. So the full command now is going to be this, then the command to run, and that is it. And that is it. So if I want to execute this test.log every minute, for example, I'll just bring this, copy, then come here, copy, then paste this. So copy the whole of this, then I'll come here to open my cron tabs. So I'll just say cron tab, then -e. Now, the reason this is giving me this particular interface directly is the reason it opened the cron tab file for me directly is because this is not the first time I'm opening this file. If this will be the first time you are opening this file on your end, then it will tell you to choose a text editor with which you will be editing this. I believe you will see Nano, you will see Vim. So whichever one you are comfortable with, you can use it. But I'm using Vim, V-I-M. So on your end, if you don't know which one to use, I think they will give you option 1 for Nano, option 2 for Vim. So you can choose 2 for Vim, so you can follow along with what I'm doing. But if you're comfortable with Nano, please stick to your Nano. So this is the file. What you will do is that you can use the down key on your keyboard to scroll down. So use the right key to scroll to the end. Then this is in command mode, but I want to insert some data. So I'll have to go to insert mode. For me to go to insert mode, I'll press Shift I. You can see that after pressing Shift I, it went into insert mode. So all this text that you have over here, if you look at it critically, you will see this hash symbol at the beginning of all of them to show you that these are all comments. These are all comments, but they just want to use it to explain what this document is doing. And like we did the other time, you can see every minute of the hour, every hour of the day, every day of the month, every month of the year, then every day of the week, just like we explained. Then you see the command itself. So if you remember vividly, you can see what we did. Just 5 asterisks, the first one, the second one, the third one, then the command to run. So this is everything that we want to do, all right? So come here, copy this once more. Copy, then now this is the end of the file. I'm in insert mode. Don't forget, for you to get to insert mode, Shift I, then you enter, then I'll paste this. So for me to paste it, I think I can right click and paste. Alright. So now that I've pasted my new command, what I want to do is to save this. Now for me to save this, I cannot save in insert mode. I have to leave the insert mode back to the command mode. So just press escape on your keyboard and you will leave the insert mode. Now for you to save this, you bring in a colon, then WQ. Okay. The W is for save, while the Q is for quit. Alright. If you want to quit only, if you didn't make any modification to this file and you want to quit only, just colon Q. That is what you have to do. But since you want to save and quit, you use W then Q. Just as simple as that. So just enter and you can see CRON tab, installing new CRON tab. So that CRON tab is working already. I think he gave us the first one already. The first one is running already. This is it. So you can see the time is 7:36, and it executed the first one already. So when it is 7:37, it will execute the second one. So for us to verify that the CRON tab is actually working, we can do something like this. What did they call it again? CRON tab -L. So you can see the CRON tab that we just added. The CRON tab that the CRON job rather, the CRON job that we just added. This is it over here. The CRON job we just added. So this is it. This is it. So we just have to wait till it's 7:37. When it's 7:37, we'll see that it will create the next log. You can see 7:37. It created the next log by itself. 7:37. So I'll just fast forward to 7:38. So you can see that it will create the log by 7:38. To create the log by 7:38 before we move on to apply this to Python. It will execute just on its own. You can see this is 7:38, and on its own, I didn't do anything. This is just the cron job that we added that is working. All right. Now, how do we apply this to Python? How do we apply this to Python? Very simple. So for you to run this particular file, if you want to run it from the command line, okay, I showed you how you can run it the other time using just copying what VS Code gives you. If I should come here, just copying this. If you come to debug.log, this debug.log, for example, if you come here, you can see the last one is the one that I just did is 7:38:28. So come here, click on this. You can see now it is giving me, it's no longer 28, it's now 45. Alright. So if I want to run this from the command line, I can just basically come here, copy this, copy and paste. You can see it creates another log. Now let me clear. Now for you to take this into the CRON tab, you cannot just say Python. Another way you can do this is just to say Python then log generator.py. Now on your end, this is supposed to work, this Python log generator.py, but it will tell me Python not found because of the way Python is installed on my device. So this will not work for me, but I can do something like Python 3. So if the Python directly didn't work for you, you can try Python 3. I'm sure it should work. So you can see it generated the log for me again. So Python 3 then log generator.py. But if you want to use it in the cron to create a cron job, you have to look for the full path of Python. Then you look for the full path of the log generator. All right. So for us to get the full path of the log generator is not difficult because we've gotten the full path of this one already. If you open the test log, you can see that it has been generating so far. So that is to tell you that that worked. So come here. So log generator.py. I can copy this. Come to the document over here. Log generator.py. Then copy this. Then paste it here. So this is the full path to my log generator, alright? So now, how do I get my full path to where I have Python? Come here and let me clear this. It's looking messy. So for you to get your full path to where you have Python, you can say which Python, alright? Oh, no, we should think which is what you do on Windows. Which Python 3? Oh, yes. It's supposed to be which Python 3, sorry. Because Python is not, my Linux computer doesn't recognize Python. Anything you are doing, you have to say Python 3, okay? So just copy this. If what you have on your end is just Python, please use your Python. Please use your Python. So, but what I'm using is Python 3. Depending on how Python is installed on your Linux, please. So copy, then paste this here. So for me to run this particular log generator, I can simply do this. Let me just bring this just close to each other, okay? If I should copy this, and let me go back to, let me come back here. I need you to take, this is my debug log, so let me bring this down. If I should come here and I run this, you will see that it will create another log for me. Paste. You can see it has created another log. So instead of using Python 3 log generator, I'm using the full path to this and the full path to this. Okay, so this is to tell you that this works. So let us automate using this instead of automating like the same way we automated this date over here. Let us apply this Python to it. So for us to apply it, now for some people, this first method I want to show you is not going to work for some people, but for most Linux users, this is going to work. But I'll show you the other way around that will work for everybody. So just the same way we executed this one, the command to run, this is the command to run. Then you have the time schedule. Then this is the command to run over here. So copy this, copy, then come to your terminal. Now let me open my CRON tab -E. So go back to insert mode, which is Shift I. Then come down, come to the end of the file, then come to the next line and paste it. So you can see this one now. Now if I should enter, actually I'm supposed to escape, then don't forget your colon WQ, and that is it. Now this particular method is supposed to work for every Linux, on most Linux users, but for one reason or the other, it might not work on your own the same way it won't work on mine. This took me a lot of time to go and get the workaround, which will work for everybody. So, but I just want to show you that this may not work for everybody, but this is supposed to work. Like, if your Python is installed correctly, like the way everybody does. So, come to the debug log. If you wait for this debug log now, you can see that this other one is being executed mostly at the first second. Okay, so when this gets to 7:45 and we can't see a log here, it shows that this is not working. So I'll show you the second method. But on your end, this might work actually, but I'll still advise you to learn the alternative as well, so that if for one reason or the other this doesn't work directly, you can use the alternative, which will work anyway, So just have to wait for 7:45. Let's just wait for 7:45. Okay, this is 7:45. If you check the test log, 7:45, you can see the test log I've executed, but this particular log, we can't see anything here. So but the test log is working. So now that is to tell you that on my machine, this is not going to work. On yours, it might actually work. On most Linux device laptops, I'm very sure, on most Linux operating systems, I'm very sure this will work. I checked online and this works perfectly. I checked on many tutorials, this worked perfectly. So, but on mine, it wasn't working. So I'm going to show you the workaround now. So the workaround is for you to create a bash script. Okay, is to create a script. And I would actually advise that anytime you want to execute a cron job like this, you should use a bash script to execute your jobs. I would actually advise it. You can just ask ChatGPT to write the bash script for you. You will describe what you want, and ChatGPT will write it for you. So I can just do something like this. Basically, what I want to do now is that instead of calling Python 3 log generator from this cron tab over here, I will call it from a bash script. Then I will send the bash script to cron tab. How can I do that? I can just say, I can do something like, let me say caller.sh. Okay. So this caller.sh is what I'm going to be using to call this log generator. Instead of calling it from the cron tab, then I'll call this one from there. So for this cron tab, I want to use a bash. So I have to add a preprocessor directive. So bin sh. Then the first thing you want to do is to cd into the $sign. Don't worry, you don't have to write this by hand. I'll look for a way to paste it in the comment or in the description of the video. So, but in this place, you're going to be having the directory name, $0. Okay, so I think you have to be very careful to ensure that this you don't have any mistakes here. So the current working directory is going to be equal to $sign of the primary working directory. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is to echo the current working directory. Okay, current working directory. So after echoing this current working directory, from here I will now call this file. Alright, so I'll say Python 3. Don't forget, on my end, I'm using Python 3 to call my log generator. If Python is what you have on your end, then just write Python here. Don't say Python 3. So Python 3, then log generator. I hope that is correct. py. Just to be safe, copy this. Copy and paste. Yes. So Python 3 and log generator.py. So I'll save this. If I should save this and I come here to list out all the documents that I have in that directory, you can see that the log generator is executable, but the caller.sh is not executable. So to make it executable, chmod plus x, then caller.sh. You can use any file name you want. Just make sure it is .sh. So no, I want to list out the files. You can see the caller.sh is now working proper. Is now executable. Now to show that this caller.sh will work perfectly, let me open my debug log. You can see the debug log. The last time I had a log is 742, but I can just call my this caller.sh caller.sh. If I should enter, you can see it created another log for me. If I should caller.sh, you can see the way I'm using it over here. Enter. It created the log again. So this is to tell you that instead of calling Python directly from the cron tabs, I can just call this one. Okay, then this will in turn come here to call everything for me. It will echo the current working directory, then it will do the Python 3 log generator.py. Alright, so moving on, let me clear this. Caller.sh, copy, then come here. So now I can take this one out, and after taking that out, I'll come here, caller.sh. So this is what I'm going to be setting as my cron job now. So come back here, let me clear my terminal, then cron tab -e, then shift I to enter the insert mode. Scroll down. Now this is the one that doesn't work, so I can just delete it let's delete it. Okay. So now that I've deleted it, I can just right click and paste. No. This is not what I want to paste. I didn't copy it here. So right click and copy. Come here, right click and paste. Okay. So this is the new cron job. So for me to leave the insert mode, escape. For me to save this file, I will colon W and Q. And that is it. Installing new cron tab, this will work perfectly. So let us wait till it's 7:52. When it is 7:52, then you can see 7:52 now. It works. You can see 7:52. So this is to tell you that the Python script now works. Okay, this test log is working, and the log generator with which I'm generating this log over here for Python is working. Let us wait till 7:53 to actually show you that. And both of them execute at the first second. So you can see that everything works fine. So let's just wait till 7:53. You can see 7:53. It works. So, and if you come to test log, the test log is still working. This is also working. This is to tell you that we've successfully created an automation for this particular log file that we have here. I'm sure that this particular automation we created now, you can apply it to your Django, to your Flask, to database backup, and there are so many things you can do with this particular information that we have gotten now. So now, for one reason or the other, you might want to monitor the output of your cron job. For one reason or the other, you might want to monitor the output of your cron job. I'm not going to be doing it here, but I'll tell you how to do that. So you can see the same way I created a log file over here. You can create a TXT file instead of a log file. So, but I think this is more appropriate for this use case. So if you want to create it, you can see 7:54, this works. Come to test log, this also works. So yeah, for you to create a means by which you can monitor the output of the cron job, one thing you can do is to come here. For example, this color.sh, or if you want to monitor this color.sh, for example, you can just copy, come to the next. Then you do something like this. You append. Don't forget, you are not going to, if you use just one, every time it writes a new log, it will overwrite everything in the existing file. Okay? It will overwrite everything in the existing file. But I want to append. So you use this. Then you now do something like, you can create something like a txt file here, or you don't even have to do that. It will create it automatically. So you can just come here. So come here and paste it. Then you say output.txt. Okay. So basically, this is going to, after executing this, if there is any output, then it will just echo the output to this particular file that you have over here. Just copy this into the cron tab and execute it and save it into the cron tab file, then save it. This will work perfectly. All right, this will work perfectly. So, but I'm not going to be doing it here to save us time. So I also want to show you some examples for this cron jobs, how you can manipulate this to suit your use case, because this is in most cases useless. What you want to use this for is maybe 12 a.m. every day, or maybe on the 15th of every month, or something like that. So how can you do that? If you want to execute for every minute, that is what we have here. Okay, if you want to execute for every minute, that is what we have here. But if you want to execute at 3 a.m. every day, if you want to execute at 3 a.m. every day, this is what you do. 0, 3, then don't forget, this stands for every minute and every hour. Okay, then this is every day of the month, every month, and every day of the week. So the minute is going to be 0, the hour is going to be 3. So basically, this is 3 a.m. Okay, this is 3 a.m. Now, this is every day every month, every day of the week. Alright, so this is 3 a.m. If you want to execute a script 3 a.m. every day, this is what you do. If you want to execute a script in the at the 30th minute of every hour, 30th minute of every hour, so just copy this and just come here and just say 30 at the 30th minute of every hour. Okay, 30th minute, every hour, every day, every month, every day of the week. Okay, then if you want to run a script on the first of every month at midnight, okay, on the first of every month at midnight, midnight is going to be the 0th minute in the 0th hour in the first day of the month. Okay, so all the months of the year, all the days of the week. Alright, then the last one I'm going to be showing you, I think this is the last one. So just, it's something you can easily work around. Trust me, it's not difficult at all. It's not difficult at all. So before we go, let me quickly show you one or other two things about the CRON tabs. For you to list all CRON jobs that are available, for you to list out all the CRON jobs available, you can just say CRON tab and that's -L. So this will list out this will basically echo out the CRON tab file, so you see all the jobs available. You can see this is running and this is running currently. If you open the debug log, you can see that it is running, and the test log also, you can see that it is running. So that is to tell you that both of them are valid. So that is one. Let me clear this. This place is looking messy. Then another thing is that you might want to check individual user cron jobs. Okay, you might be on a system where you have multiple users. If you want to check individual user cron jobs, you can do something like sudo crontab -L, then you specify the username. Okay, specify the username. So, but I'm not going to be running that. I just want to show you. Then for you to disable a cron job, you can see that this is running. Okay, but now the tutorial is about to end, so obviously I have to stop the cron job because I don't have use for it. So for me to stop this, for me to disable the cron job, one thing I can do is to comment it out. If I comment it out, it is disabled. So if I should come to Control Shift I, no, what am I doing? Crontab -E. Okay, so you can see that all these lines of code over here, they have been commented. They are just comments. So they don't have any effect. So if I want to disable, for example, this first one over here, I can just add this hash at the beginning to comment it out, and that is it. So how can I do that? I will Shift I to enter insert mode, then go to the beginning of the one that is bringing this test log. So just comment it out, and that is it. You don't have to put this space here, but just to make it look neat. So I added this space. So escape :WQ and enter, and that is it. So okay, which one did I disable? I think I disabled one of the two. Let this get to 801. So I'll show you that not both of them will run. So I think this is the only one that will run. The second one will not run. Okay. So let this get to 801. Now this is 801. You can see that the test log is not running, but if you open the debug log 801, the debug log is running. Okay. So you can see that both of them, this is the only one still running at the moment, but this one is not running. So that is how you can disable a cron job. Another thing you can do is just to delete that line. Okay, you can come here to delete the line. So if I come to the what do I want to do? Shift I. Then to delete the line, I can just come here. Let me just delete this one. If I should delete the line, then the cron job is no longer there. Okay, search the same thing as just commenting it out. To be very honest, it's just the same thing as just commenting it out. So W and Q, and that is it. So another thing that you can do, if you want to delete the crontab file, if you want to delete the crontab file, you are basically disabling all cron jobs for the current user. You can do crontab -R. I think the R is for remove, so it will just take everything out, but I don't want to do that. And finally, you might want to temporarily disable a cron job using sleep. So if you want to temporarily disable a cron job for a specific period of time, you can use the sleep command within the cron tab entry. Okay. For example, if you want to delay for 1 hour, you can just specify the number of hours there. The number of seconds rather. So, and for you to get 1 hour, that would be 60 seconds by 60 minutes. That would be 3600 seconds. So, in our case now, so cron tab E, if you come here, if I want to delay this particular process for 1 hour, for example, that would be Shift I. Then come here, for me to delay it, I can do something like this. Just sleep. For 1 hour, if I want to delay it for 1 hour, that would be 3600. Then this, and that is it. And that is it. So as soon as if I should save this file now, it will sleep this for 3600 for 1 hour. Then after sleeping it for 1 hour, it will start running it will start executing it again every minute, every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every month, and every day of the week. Okay, it will just sleep it temporarily. I will disable it temporarily for 1 hour. If it is for 2 minutes that I want to disable it, I can just that will be 120, and that is it. Just for 2 minutes. Okay, just for 2 minutes. So let's actually do for 2 minutes. So just so that you can see. So to sleep, and I think that will be the last thing we'll do. So WQ. So this is sleeping for 2 minutes now. So this is not working anymore. So by 8:06, I'll just fast forward this. By 8:06, we should debug log. So you can see that we have 8:04 here. So by 8:06, 8:07, we should see another log to tell you that the sleep that the temporary disable function that we did there, the sleep function works fine. You can see that by 8:05, it is not executing this. This is 8:05. It is not executing this because we added a sleep function there. Okay, so this is 8:06. I think by 8:07 it should come up. I think by 8:07 it should come up. You can see this is 8:07. This is 8:07. And the last time that we generated a log is 8:04. Perhaps when we added the sleep function, the seconds at 8:04 is somewhere around maybe the 30th second or maybe the 40th second. So the next time it will stop sleeping is going to be the 6th minute, but the 40th second. That is the reason why the next time we got a log is the 7th minute. Okay, so you can see that this works just fine. This works fine. The sleep function that we added, it works fine. So from now, it will start generating everything. It will start generating everything. It will start generating everything. So let us wait for 8:07 to actually tell you that the sleep is temporary, just for a little time. Then it will continue generating it again. So just wait for 8:08. You can see 8:08, 8:08. So between 8:04 and 8:07, it was sleeping. So well, that will be all for the tutorial. I believe that by now you have all the information you need to start automating and scheduling your scripts. The video is long. It is not my intention for the video to be this long, but I really want you to get a solid grasp of how you can do this. So thank you very much for staying till the end. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. If you require additional information, the comment section is open. Don't forget to follow us on social media, and please like the video and subscribe to the channel so that we can push the video. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.